a scene of grisly murder.
It appears that the headhunter serial killer has finally been caught.
Thomas Redman was arrested earlier today for the murder of Bloom Incorporated's high-flying public relations guru.
The headhunter is responsible for the vicious axe murders of 6 corporate heads, decapitating all of his victims.
That your favorite serial killer and mine is found guilty or not guilty.
I'm humbled that my psychic gifts were able to help lead to the arrest and conviction.
Father worked very hard to get to the top. He didn't deserve to die like that. I hope he rots in jail.
This is a good outcome. Thomas Redman will be incarcerated for the rest of his natural life in the Lansdale Clinic.
Mr. Redman is very sick, but under the guidance of Dr. Lansdale, we know we can make a difference.
In an escape attempt last night at the Lansdale Clinic, a fire broke out which took the life of inmate Thomas Redman. The circumstances of the escape attempt remain unclear. However, it appears that Redman was viciously attacked. The good news is Thomas Redman, the headhunter, is dead.
So you did well in high school, dropped out of college, and have what, at best, can be described as sporadic job history. There's nothing here that suggests you would be an asset to Fulber Incorporated. At all.
I'm really just... I'm just looking for a chance, you know?
I just can't see this working out, Annabelle. We have your details on file. We'll be in touch if circumstances change.
No, you won't.
Annabelle, it's Les. Listen, your private show number's a disgrace. You're a brilliant girl, honey. Try and act like it. This is your job. Your titty little tease act is cute, but I expect your numbers to go up. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to let you go.
Hello. You want to see these? You like that?
Do you enjoy what you do?
Of course. Can you tell?
But do you feel you're achieving something with this job?
Oh, this is no boring old job, baby.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
I'm sorry, what?
Would you like the opportunity to right a terrible wrong?
I don't even know what that means. I'm out.
I've got a job for you.
Later, weirdo. So many douchebags.
You've got the job.
What the fuck is this?
You awake? Listen, don't get the wrong idea. I'm trapped too.
Who are you?
Somebody tell me what the fuck is going on?
I don't know. It's not good. We have to get out. We have to.
Stop it! Stop it, all of it! Hey, stop it! We're all connected to something. We're just gonna hurt ourselves more. Let's try the discs. 1, 2, 3.
He got you. He got all of you. He's dead. So are we. We're dead. We're all dead. We're already dead. Gotta get back to work. Gotta get the pages done. Can't miss a deadline.
Guy Marr. Jesus, it is him. He's been missing for over a month.
We were all in court together. The Redmond headhunter homicides. I arrested Thomas Redmond.
I led the defense team.
I assisted the police with their investigations.
Is Sheena, right? The psychic.
Who are you?
You're the psychic, shouldn't you know that?
I was an eyewitness.
I was an eyewitness too.
The internet stripper. How could I forget? And that man led the prosecution.
Drink, please. Some office rules. 3 toilet breaks a day, 2 social breaks. Finish all meals provided. Complete all tasks. You'll begin by transcribing these legal manuals. Start at page 1 and don't stop until I tell you. My name is Red. I'm your new boss.
I identified his body. So how is he still alive?
I can't do this.
Why?
I don't have my glasses. I can't see without them. I get headaches.
Just do something. Show him you're doing something.
That looks really painful.
It's not that bad.
Can't believe we're stuck in a cube farm.
Cube farm?
An office job. I have been avoiding them for so long, and now...
We'll be okay.
Really?
I have no idea. Just seemed like the right thing to say.
Come on, this is crazy. He's just fucking with us.
No. He's breaking us.
Looks like you're the big winner. Incentive. You can stop for now. Start again first thing in the morning. I didn't say you could start. If you obey the rules, tomorrow you'll have some food. Fuck you! Really?
I'm sorry, Red. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, please.
Mr. Marr should know by now that I run a tight ship here. I am firm, but fair. Isn't that right, Guy?
Firm but fair. Firm but fair. Sorry, Red. Sorry, boss.
Now, what the rest of you need to understand is that with every act of insubordination comes a warning.
Sorry, Red.
After the 5th warning, I review the employee's ongoing value to my company.
Please.
And that was number 5.
Please, Red. Please. Please.
Right. And how did you do today? Let's take a look at your work.
I don't have my glasses. I can't see properly without them.
Really? No glasses? Just a moment. Try those. Come along. Better?
Better, thank you.
No excuses then. You've got a lot of catching up to do. Toilet break time. Five minutes. I'll be waiting. up. I said time's up.
I'm ready.
You took your time. That's your first warning. It's nothing personal, you understand?
What's down there?
Any sign of where we are?
You must have seen something. Anything at all.
Bad dream.
Yeah. Oh. Bad everything. I thought this place was a nightmare.
This place is a nightmare.
I don't need to go to the bathroom. I don't need to go to the bathroom.
You are the same Annabelle Hale who was a witness at the Thomas Redmond trials. Yes. You said, I saw Thomas Redmond holding the axe. He was covered in blood. Shelley Bloom's body was on the elevator floor.
That's right, that's what I said.
Decapitated. I misspoke. You said the decapitated body was on the elevator floor, correct? You also admitted that you did not see the killing blow. Your words. You did not see me actually use the axe.
No, I didn't.
Well then,
That will be your task. That's your job, Annabelle. To find the real killer. Because I'm telling you now, I am not the headhunter.
Mr. DeMeyer's body was slumped against the conference room table. His head had rolled to the other side.
I heard a wheezing behind me. When I turned around, there wasn't anyone there. Well, I walked in, and Mr. Ketchup was sitting there like always.
Edward, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be looking for here.
If we were really investigating a case, we'd be looking for patterns and inconsistencies. But we're not working a case here. The killer is in that office right there. What we need to do is look busy and stay alive.
Thanks. Patterns and inconsistencies. Who's Marcus?
Wait a second. Marcus Conlon, the judge in this case. He's been missing for months.
Why would he want to hurt Conlon? The dude sent him to the Lansdale Clinic. Had walls and all the barbiturates you can swallow. It's basically a medicated hotel.
No, it isn't. The Lansdale Clinic, the part you can see is exactly as Annabelle says. But Lansdale, he has certain ideas about the criminal mind, certain procedures, chemical and surgical, that aren't strictly legal. And the results, they vary.
Surgical? He's got scars on his head.
Did you notice that when Guy stabbed him, he didn't even flinch?
Yeah.
He can't feel any pain.
Whoever Thomas Redmond was before the Lansdale Clinic, that person is gone.
We need to talk to him. We need to make him see sense.
No, Sheena, I don't think that that's a good idea.
Hello, workers.
You know what you're doing here is wrong. Don't you, Thomas? Can I call you Thomas? You know my name, Sheena O'Leary. We're all people. We all have friends and family, just like you.
Like me.
You're not a bad man. You don't really want to hurt people. That man in the other room, you don't want to hurt him either.
Perhaps I do. Perhaps said person has earned a lot of pain.
I think that we should get back to work.
What about Guy? What about his friends, his family, his children? You say you're innocent, but you killed a man. For God's sake!
Calm down. You're disrupting your co-workers.
Sheena, Red's right.
You're a murderer!
I said calm down! Crap! This is no way to start the day! Let's get this clear. I am not a murderer. I am a regional manager. Find the real killer today. You go home today. Take 6 months, and you'll be here for 6 months, remembering that for every second you waste, a vicious murderer will be walking about enjoying the freedom you're currently not.
That went well. No, really. It was a really good idea.
Some of you could have backed me up. If we all appealed to him, he might let us go.
I know how he did it.
Did what?
How Red faked his own death. It wasn't his burnt remains at the Lansdale fire. It was someone else. He must have severed his own left arm, knowing it was all we could use for DNA analysis.
Well, this is set up.
So he escaped with another patient and used him as dead meat? Chopped off his own arm?
Told you. The Lansdale Clinic changes people.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus, William, are you okay?
William.
Is there a problem I can help you with?
It's fine. It's just a little splinter.
Yes, they start small. But the infection can spread. Don't want that. Ha! Found them. It's in deep. Got it. Right. Now, just remove the fingernail. Now, don't look at them. They can't stop infection. Do it. Now get back to work. And remember, my door is always open.
Oh, fuck, William.
They need to get out more, get a little style. It's a quagmire of bad ties and cheap cologne around here. Anyway, I'm heading to the airport now, so you know what you have to do, so do it. Why are we stopping here? There isn't even any...
End of messages.
Why are we stopping here? There isn't even any...
End of messages.
You making any progress?
No. Not really. You?
That'll teach you to be civil.
I'd like to smell her hair one last time. My wife? Her hair smelled great.
I hope someone's feeding my dogs.
What are their names?
Reasonable and Doubt.
I regret not getting back in contact with my mom. It's been years. We didn't get along.
You know what I really regret? I didn't get to tell my stupid boss to shove his job up his ass. I honestly thought I had the boss from hell. I think that there's a way out. The women's bathroom. There's a grate that could lead outside.
Can you open it?
No, but I'm trying. Shh.
Does anyone else have a funny taste in their mouth?
Yeah, like a chemical taste.
We're being drugged.
Do you think he's gonna do something while we're asleep?
We have to stay awake no matter what.
Glad we don't have to look at him anymore.
Can always channel him later.
Let's just keep focused and stay alive.
There's no reasoning with him. He's a psycho.
As opposed to a psychic, right? Sad.
We should get to work. As long as we continue with our tasks, we buy ourselves time.
This isn't a guessing game. Times and dates, detective. Neatness. Punctuality. Accuracy. Facts. At this rate, we'll all be dead in 2 days.
Sheena, have you found anything yet?
Let's just say it's not the ideal working environment
You mean for someone like you?
for any of us.
What number did I just type?
I'm not getting into a guessing game with you.
That's all you do. You just guess and you hope you get lucky.
I'm not having this conversation with you.
Well, then talk to me. I'm not sure that I believe in what you do, but if you can get a message to someone, then you need to do that, like now.
You fucking serious?
Got any better ideas? I mean, can't hurt.
I think that you should try. Please, try.
The truth. So easy to grasp. It's so hard to hold on to. Some people are naturally skeptics. It's part of their job to question everything. Many are too easily convinced by what they see and hear. Seeing is believing. Others view the truth as an accumulation of facts. Evidence which cannot be denied. And then there are those who view the truth as a piece of clay to be worked. An art form, another way to lie. Sheena O'Leary, a renowned psychic and medium. She recently helped the police on the headhunter homicides case. One could ask why you chose to lend your powers to this particular case.
I've assisted the police on many cases.
You did very well out of this one, though, didn't you? Really made a name for yourself. You helped identify the big bad headhunter. Had nearly everyone convinced.
My gift is often misunderstood.
Gift? You call it a gift? That's interesting, because, and correct me if I'm wrong, but a gift is something normally given for free. And you charge $5.95 a minute for your gift. You claim you can see into the future, correct?
I can. At times.
But you didn't see this coming up, did you? You can't see anything, can you? Can you? You won't be needing these then. so hard, hasn't it? Now she's suffered enough. Right. Get back to work.
We're all gonna die in here. Like that. We're all gonna die in here. We're all gonna die.
What a messy girl she was.
You want me?
Yes, Mr. Tucker. Spick and span. Spick and span.
This job sucks.
Good job, Mr. Tucker. Most impressive.
I'm just happy you're happy.
That's the attitude. If only that attitude were more evident in your other work. In fact, I'm afraid I have to express extreme dissatisfaction with the work of the group as a whole. A company which does not get results cannot sustain itself. And a company which cannot sustain itself has to start re-evaluating its workers' positions. It's time for a performance review. Right. What I want is for you to think back on that day, the day you saw me. Why were you at the building?
I'd been out drinking the night before. I was hungover and I was late for a job interview.
You say I was grinning.
That's how I remember it. And then I heard someone screaming and I realized it was me.
I had to get a delivery to a small publishing house. I remember seeing this girl who looked out of place. Who I now know as Annabelle. And then the elevator doors open, You look terrified. Like you were in shock.
I've been tracking the headhunter for months. I was pretty sure I knew where and when his next kill would be. I just didn't know who it'd be. I entered the lobby and there you were. I told you to put the axe down. After a moment, you complied, so I decided to use non-lethal force. I took you into custody.
I did my best to have you acquitted, Red. Rest assured of that.
Did you really?
The prosecution's evidence was overwhelming.
Guy Marr and the police asserted that I decapitated Miss Shelley Bloom in the lift, correct?
Correct.
And nobody saw the actual killing because the lift's camera was out, also correct?
Yes.
I think you missed a key piece of evidence. Are you aware that the lift in question was custom built?
No.
But you are aware of Miller & Brand elevators? This black line is the height of a Miller & Brand elevator. But this red line is the highest point in the custom-built elevator, our elevator.
Okay.
Do you know how much pressure one has to use to decapitate a person?
No. No, I don't.
Because when the masked murderer decapitated Miss Shelley Bloom, the prosecution asserted that he used his axe like a guillotine to sever skin, sinew, and bone by using an extraordinary amount of force. Like this.
No, Red, please.
What happened in there? Are you okay?
Who's Peter Bava?
What?
There's an inconsistency here. Peter Bava? He's listed as an alibi witness, but his statement was never taken.
Maybe it got lost.
That's what I thought too, but the statement is listed as evidence and the document's been removed.
Edward. Edward. Do you know Peter Bava?
Hang on, this is your signature at the bottom, right?
Edward, is that your signature?
It looks like it.
Well, it either is or it isn't.
What are you hiding?
Nothing. This was all a long time ago. Do you know how many cases I've worked since then?
Why should I care about any other case but this?
Red couldn't have killed Shelley Bloom.
What? No, I'm not saying that. I want to know who Peter Bava is.
Didn't have enough room to swing the axe.
Edward, What are you hiding?
After I arrested Thomas Redmond, the media was all over me. Detective Crandall catches the headhunter. But Redmond was so calm. He had total faith in the system. He had weak alibis for all the other murders. He was always at work, and when he wasn't in the office, he was nowhere he could prove. But the second killing, he had an alibi for the second. The headhunter killing of October 14th. Red was firing an employee for having a bad attitude. That employee was a man by the name of Peter Barber. I asked him if he was certain that the date he was fired on was the 14th, and he said,
"Yeah, man, check it out. He gave me a letter of termination. Seriously, I framed it. The day they fired me from this place, that was the greatest day of my life."
Come on, Peter.
That guy was fucked up.
Any detective that works the streets knows that if you got 80% of the evidence, you can find the other 20%. Well, I had 80% of the evidence, more even. Kept telling myself we had the right guy until Peter Barber. I've always known there's a special place in hell for me for what I did. And I got shot on the job, and I ended up in this chair. It felt like I paid the price.
So we're all here because of you.
Because you're incompetent, or just because you're corrupt?
Oh, now you're calling me corrupt.
You withheld evidence. I'm no expert, but that sounds an awful lot like corruption.
It was just one witness. I only withheld one witness. It's so fucking easy to judge now. But at the time, there was so much pressure on me, I had to make an arrest. Oh, fuck me.
Edward, is there something you want to tell me?
Red. We can talk about this. With this new evidence, I could get you a retrial.
But it's not new evidence, is it? It's evidence which was deliberately withheld by you.
Please. Oh. 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 What is this? Oh, what are you doing? Oh, is that my blood? Oh, is that my blood? Is that my leg? Is that my fucking leg?
What's the verdict, Judge Conlon? One leg? Or two?
No! Please! No!
Red,
Why aren't you asleep?
I was. I need to go to the bathroom.
People need to learn some self-respect.
I really need to go.
There's always something. Hmm. 5 minutes.
Okay. Let's do this.
No! You're not meant to die. You're meant to suffer.
Haven't you tortured him enough?
You just don't get it, do you? I'm an innocent man. All you people had to do was your jobs. Pay a bit of attention when you're an eyewitness. Do a bit of research when you're defending someone. Don't hide the evidence. If you fucks had done that, you wouldn't be...
We're getting out of here.
What?
We're getting out of here.
Where's Red?
You knocked out in HR. My God!
It's okay. Oh, wait. It's okay.
Thanks.
Oh, for fuck's sake, come on! Oh. I got it. Well, get back to work.
Just bring fucking everybody. I'm leaving the phone off the hook. They're coming.
We need weapons. Are we really gonna kill this guy with stationery?
We're gonna try.
Guilty. I wasn't innocent, madam. And Dr. Lansdale turned me into this. Tell me, Miss Hale, in my position, what would you do?
You're right, Red. It's not fair what happened to you.
All I wanted was for people to do their jobs. Do what they signed up to do.
Except we didn't sign up for this. None of us did. So you can take your fucking job and shove it up your ass!
Hold him off. Go! Don't you come any closer.
We're not ready.
He's as good as dead.
Oh my God.
Oh, shit. What a waste.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to let you go.
Annabelle, you gotta understand. This is nothing personal. I mean, when you think about it, am I really the bad guy here? I get rid of corrupt CEOs and I'm in the wrong, really. I make the world a better place, one head at a time. You know, the plan for Bloom was no more complicated than the usual. You just wait for the corporate bitch to get on the elevator and then you catch her on the next level down. And that is when things turn ugly.
Why are we stopping here? There isn't even any...
Red had to fuck everything up by being on the exact same elevator. Sometimes you learn to improvise. Getting away was the easy part. In a weird way, we do have a lot to thank Red for. He did introduce us to each other. It's a shame office romances rarely work out, huh? Ah! Ah!
Put your hands up! Don't you fucking move! Put your hands up! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Put your hands up and get on the fucking ground! Get down now! Get down! Get down now! Get down! Your fucking go! Get your fucking hands up and get on the ground!
Her BP spiking off the charts.
It's okay, I've got it. And she's out.
Good. Did you see that back there?
Yeah, I wish I hadn't.
There were bodies everywhere. Did it make you horny?
No, but it made me want to get back to work.
I must be the best agent in the world.
They're all gonna be looking at me and judging me. I don't know if I'm up for it.
Sweetheart, it's not gonna look good. You've got to get out of your apartment and face this eventually.
No. I'll call you later.
Get dressed. I'm coming over.
Okay. You can do this because you are one tough bitch. Hello?
It's me, darling.
Come on up. Hi.
Lock the door. Lock and close the door. Sorry, love. Look what you made me do. Oh, Annabelle. Such a disappointment. I thought we had an understanding. I really liked you. We both kept our mouths shut, and then all of a sudden you go and write a fucking book about us? I mean, what were you thinking? Whatever happened to discretion? I got my hands on a copy of your grubby little manuscript from a very reluctant publisher. Dr. Lansdale transformed Red. He created the boss from the hell. Annabelle. Oh, this is my favorite. William, on the other hand, was a self-made psychopath. Arrogant and deluded. Now, Annabelle, I don't know if you've heard this, but there are a lot of people who are very dubious about the scribblings of a stripper, so I'm gonna do you one last favor. I'm gonna kill you. They will wonder why you didn't turn up to your own book launch. Come back here and find your decapitated body and see that actually you weren't crazy!
Get behind me.
Job well done, Miss Hale. You may need some shoes. Meanwhile, I have a pressing appointment with Dr. Lansdale. I'll be in touch.
And here she is now, the author, Annabelle Hale.
I'd like you to meet William Tucker, the real headhunter. So, questions?
Vicious freak, your skin mystique feeds my body's craving. Feel my spirit